Hi, welcome to Love is Blonde. Today I thought it would be fun to do a wig unboxing. I got two in the mail today, so it's also a chapter in my failure to quit buying wigs. Anyway, what I'm wearing right now is my own gray mess. Very thin, very wiry and fuzzy now that I've gotten older. It's just part of the perks, I guess. I even have a nice little widow's peak here that I never knew I had before. Of course, then I realized the reason I have it is because my hairline is receding in these areas. Super thin in here. My parts are like a mile wide and a flat on my head. Well, that's why I wear wigs, so there you go. And this wig grip, this is a knockoff of the Wig Fix. I got this on Amazon, and it is, about a third of the cost of the regular Wig Fix, of which I do have one, and I have to say they're almost identical. The only real difference is, in this case, is the color. That one is kind of white, translucent white. This is more of a beige or tan color. It works very well. I like it when I'm not going to have a wig on all day and when I'm not going to be hot. I live in Phoenix, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 9 months out of the year I'm not going to wear it because my head sweats when I wear it and it's very uncomfortable. Once it starts to sweat, it starts to itch, and that's because this does not breathe. It works great, but there are downsides. Now, the regular cloth type or felt wig grips that you Velcro on, those work pretty well too. And I usually wear those in the more hot time of the year, or if I'm going to be wearing my wig longer. They have a little more give to them, and they do let air in and out, so that makes a big difference. But anyway, I thought it would be fun to share with you what I got. First off, I got Glamour by Main Attraction in Butternut. Butternut is their blonde the only blonde they have that I really wear. It's a very bright, I'll get the description of the color for you in just a minute, but it's a light blonde with a medium brown root. And I have another wig in this color, which I have reviewed. I think I have two other ones. No, just one. It's, where's, well, Broadway. Brain is slow. Anyway, Broadway I also have in this color. And I like Broadway a lot. It's just a lot of hair. And I'll have a lot of hair in the forward part of my face, I think, as I showed in the review. But I'm hoping that this one is going to be a little less thick or heavy, maybe. We'll see. It has bangs, so I'm happy about that. I'll show you, right off the bat, I'll show you the stock photo before I open it. And here it is. And this is shown in a dark color. Get past the light there. And I like this one because it has bangs, first off. It has a really pretty look to it. It's not straight. It's not curly, but it's got a nice wave just from the picture. Now we'll see what happens when I put it on my head. But looks like a pretty much a center part. Let me get the description here for you real quick. Okay, it's described as a natural gleaming look and feel with a capless construction, open wefting top and back of the cap, which means it's a basic cap. And it has adjustable straps in the back with Velcro. And that's pretty much all they're saying here. They're not giving me a lot of information other than some of the length here. It says overall 18.25. That must be from the top to the very bottom, because I think along the sides it's only a little below shoulder, and 11 from the nape, which is also pretty long, but layered, heavily layered, so that's kind of nice for that. I'm going to open the box and have a look. Here it is. As you can see, it is a basic cap. It does not have an extended nape, but it does have the Velcro adjusters, which everybody agrees are the best. I kind of agree, but not always. All right, it is placed on a very interesting card here. Never seen anything quite like this. Plastic, there we go. And fork tines, cardboard fork tines. Yeah. Okay. Knitting. Okay. Oh, it's pretty. It's really a pretty wig, and the color is really nice. I'm kind of a little bit on the fence with this blonde because I feel like it's a little too light. It might be a little bit golden. The rooting, I'll show it to you here up close, it's a medium brown, but it's got a nice gold sheen to it, which, I don't know. Sometimes I like that in my roots and sometimes I don't. I think it depends on the overall color. But this is a golden color more than it is ashy, but it's not terribly golden. All right, so I'm going to put it on. First I'm going to give it a shake, just to loosen it up a little bit. And I'm also going to tighten these adjusters because I have a small head. One thing about Velcro adjusters is they work really great in the beginning, and after a while, you know how Velcro is, it just kind of gets a little bit overused, and it gets kind of, I don't know, just doesn't stick as well, and after a while the hair starts getting stuck in them too, so they're not the greatest for a variety of reasons. And the ear tabs, I noticed too, they have these nice little open areas, although it is metal reinforced. Okay, here we go. This is Glamour. Oh wow, it fits nice, despite the fact I have a small head. I can tell by where the ear tabs hit me. I think the bangs are kind of meant to be more swept aside to the side, although I'm sure they can be trimmed. This has a lot of box hair, box head, as we call it. Hard to say. My first impression is that it's nice. It's long. I'm probably going to have to play with it a little bit to get it to work the way I want it to. I will say right off the bat, we have next to no permatease anywhere except right up here in this part of the cap in the front. It seems to be a little bit right here in the front, maybe to give those bangs a lift so they're not flat. And there's just a very, very minor amount in the rest of it. There's a little bit more on this side because this is where the hair goes in the part. So I guess that also gives it a little bit of lift. So anyway, here she is. And we will take a look at her all the way around. Longest in the back, which is pretty common with these styles. It's not as curly or wavy as I had hoped, but it's not bad. It's got a lot of shine. If I'm going to keep this wig, I'm going to have to do something about that shine. But I'm going to go take my comb over here and take a good look at it and see if I can make a couple of adjustments. Okay, that's a little better. I see they have just a little bit of wispy bangs right here that are almost short enough to just lead down, but most of them are a little bit longer and will either have to be trimmed or swept to the side. It's got a little bit of box head right here, so I think after a while I could get this to even out without difficulty. The biggest problem I see right off the bat is this wig is just so shiny, and that is, a lot of that is the blonde problem. Other wigs don't have the shine quite to the extent that the lighter blondes do. So that requires some work. I have never really been able to say this is the solution to that. I've taken the dry shampoo spray and I've sprayed them down and I look at them and they don't look much better, and other times it works a little bit. I've not tried the cold water bath yet, so I may do that. Essentially what you're doing when you take the shine out is you're taking that layer of stuff they put on there that kind of gives it its softness and pliability. So, you know, it's not always, you know, it doesn't serve no purpose, but nobody wants it, of course, because it makes your hair look like it's not real. So, you know, it's a problem that should be resolved. I'm going to try to fix that maybe, and I'll let you see a look at that. Look at that later when I hopefully accomplish that task. Anyway, so here she is, right out of the box, and she comes in a variety of colors. Main attraction is Henry Margou's Budget Line. So what you can get with Main Attraction, everyone loves Hollywood. That's probably the most popular one. I think it's too much hair for me and a little bit too long, as this probably really is too, but I like long hair, so I don't care. But a lot of their products are every bit as good or high quality as what you would get in the main line. There's often not fancy cap features, which don't always become necessary depending on how you like to wear your wigs. I don't really fool around with the part that much. I don't really like to wear my hair back off my face much, so they aren't that big a deal to me. But it does come in a variety of colors. This is the only really light blonde that's rooted. There's other blondes. There's a honey, there's a champagne, but and the one that I wanted to try, they no longer make. It's called Creamsicle, and I think that would just be adorable. It's probably got a little bit of strawberry in it, but they quit making that color altogether for some reason. But it reminds me here of a Louis Farrar wig that I have just loved every time I see it, but I've never bought it. It's kind of too expensive for me, but it has a similar look. And the color of this one too, I always like blondes, but this color to me is just so pretty. And I know I'm probably just sort of channeling her. She's got the looks for it and the skin tone and everything else. It looks really good on her, but I just think that's really a pretty wig. And that's what this one reminds me of. This is my low cost Jennifer Petite by Louis Farrar. So there you go. All right, I'm going to open up the other one now. We are going to jump right into Belle Tress. This is Biscotti Babe. Biscotti Babe in our beloved Butterbeer Blonde. I love this wig. I bought one from a wig sister in a different color. And the first time I put it on my head, I'm like, ah! I thought, this is it. This is the one. And I'm finding a lot of Belle Tress wigs are really starting to speak to me. Unfortunately, they aren't cheap, as most of them are not. Here is what appeals to me so much on her, are these beautiful curls. I mean, they are so pretty. They just really are pretty. And a lot of people comb these out. I don't want to. I like to leave the curl the way it is. But it is a mid-length, curly bob with a lace front and a full mono top. So let me turn it around for you. That's why she's expensive. She's got nice cap features. And the rest is all open. Extended nape. These kind of adjusters are the ones everybody complains about. They say they're like a bra strap, which they are. You kind of tuck and pull to cinch it in. What I like about these adjusters is they pull the excess right in on the side here where it's least noticeable and does the best good. So in that respect, I like these kind of adjusters, and they don't get fuzzy later like Velcro. I think they have their advantages, so it's not a bad feature, and I hope Belle Tress doesn't jump on the Velcro bandwagon for that reason. Anyway, really, really a beautiful color. Butterbeer Blonde is just, it is the best blonde in my opinion, and a lot of other people share that opinion. So dimensional. It's got brunette in there, it's got light blonde, it's got neutral blonde, it's got some golden blonde, it's got some ash blonde, some neutral blonde, and it is beautiful. It's very similar to Kel Welch Shaded Biscuit, which is also very popular. But let's put her on. Little shake. Boing, boing, boing. God, I just love those curls. I'm not going to adjust the things right now because it takes a while. So I'm just popping it on for looks. And as I do so, it falls down over my ears because I have a small head. It has metal stays. All right, where are we here? Hello. May I come out? Ooh. All right, there we go. Oh, that is just so fun. This is really a big cap, so those of you with larger heads probably love belle tress. It is way too big for me. So just as with the other one, I'm going to have to do some adjustments in addition to pulling these in tighter here on the sides. But I do like the way that pulls the excess right here instead of in the back, you know, or bunching it up all in one spot. So really do like this one. I'm going to grab my comb and get it out of my mouth. Okay, for a first time on my head, this is as good as I can get. But I just love these curls. I think they're so adorable. And they feel so good, and they just bounce, and they're just pretty. I really like them. And I noticed the lace front here. This is something that Raquel Welch started doing a while ago, and looks like Belle Tress has jumped on that bandwagon, where they're putting lighter pieces here in the front where the lace is, so you don't have this black band, it seems like, just going from one side of your head to the other, which really looks unnatural in my opinion. They just corrected it by putting just a few highlights right there, and it also helps to hide the knots. So nice job. Very nice job. So let's take a look at her all the way around. Like other pieces, I feel like there's just a little too much hair here in the front. Now you can solve that by thinning, which I really don't want to do with this if I can avoid it. I don't want to do anything to dampen these curls. I could cut bangs, you know, it's a possibility. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to handle that yet, because I don't really want bangs in this. It's just so pretty the way it is. But the curls are just to die for. They're so, so cute. And I love this color. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to have to do some working on it maybe to see how I can solve this feeling of heaviness in the front. You know, you don't want hair flopping in your face all the time either. I suppose I could maybe steam it up a little to get it to stay up, you know. I don't really like not having bangs simply because of the, you know, but at the same time, I just think this style stands on its own so nicely. And I really love it. Let's look at the manufacturer photo of this one. There we are. Very cute. Not as curly, because probably what they have done is combed the curls through to relax them, which is probably what you're supposed to do, which is probably what I'm not going to do. But I think it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. And it's, you know, if you pull the curls out, it's below the shoulder, but if they bop back up, it's just a shoulder skimmer, which is a good length. It also helps you not to wear these fibers out so fast, because it is heat friendly. Oh, by the way, permatease, almost nothing. Absolutely wonderful. I don't like too much permatease. You need some, it serves a purpose, but because this is a mono top, There's just none here. There's a tiny bit at the crown, a little bit on the sides, but just not, it's not padded up. Some wigs I think I could probably have, you know, be an accident where I had a head injury and I'd be okay because there's so much permatease there. But anyway, let me look up her description. Okay, it says Biscotti Babe can be worn as an asymmetrical bob that is wavy or styled as an A-line. Okay. Textured bobs are chic, cool, and extremely stylish, especially when paired with a dramatic neckline. Oh, guess what? All my drama's covered up and it's staying that way. Contrasting simple and clean makeup. Okay, I can do that. Maybe. Anyway, the color, of course, as I mentioned, is Butterbeer Blonde. It is described... We all know what Butterbeer Blonde is. The other color I have is Champagne with Apple Pie. And it's also a nice blonde. It's a little more gold than this, but it's not terribly different, but it is more of a golden blonde. So I'll pop that on real quick and we can kind of compare the two. And this was in such good shape when I got it that I really haven't worn it much. I know she didn't wear it at all because the zigzag part is still here and the curls are still intact. I like a piecey like this, but I know that it's hard to keep them that way. And this blonde, as I mentioned, it's a little bit more gold than this. And it is the root. I love this rooting because it's just not that dark. It doesn't have that severe contrast to it. It's a very, very light brown and it has a golden hue and it just blends beautifully into this warm neutral blonde. Warm-ish neutral blonde. So, I will compare. Actually, without putting them on, I can really see the contrast quite nicely. Butterbeer, honey with chai latte. The roots. And the back. Yeah, definitely a difference in warmth with the Champagne with Apple Pie. But it's not a darker blonde. It's definitely not leaning into the browns in any way. It's a good blonde. Beltress has really good blondes, and so does Cal Welch. Other brands I'm finding I struggle with their blondes. Ellenville is one. She doesn't have a lot of good blondes, in my opinion. Even Main Attraction, they just really have one rooted blonde. There's others too that I think their blonde selection is somewhat lacking. John Renault does a good job with their blondes. And let's see, who else? If I'm really looking for a good blonde, I would stick to these. Brands. I stick to Raquel Welch. I'd stick to Beltress. They have the best blondes. But just for fun, I'll put Champagne with Apple Pie on. And I have done absolutely nothing with this one either, obviously. It fits very much the same as the other one. I have taken this in a little, as I said, because of these kind of adjusters. All of the excess is right here in the sides. And that is where you want it, right behind the ears before you get to the nape. It's just the best way for excess wig cap, which I almost always have, unless I'm buying petite. So it's really pretty. I like this color too. I think I can go with either color quite nicely. If you happen to have Biscotti Babe, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you haven't got it and you're just looking at it for the first time, or just looking at it on my head for the first time, tell me what you think. I just love it. It's so adorable. There's another bell truss style I love, is Caliente. I'm going to try that one on too soon and review it. I just love it. And it's funny because neither this one nor that one has bangs, and I don't think that I'd want to put bangs in them, just because of the way that they're done, the way the lace fronts are. They're just a little heavy here in the front. I don't know if Caliente is that way or not. I'll have to try it on and let you know, but outside of that, I mean, I just love it. I haven't worn it, you know, all I've done is try it on. So when I wear it, which I think I'll wear it tomorrow for most of the day and just kind of get a feel for it so I can have a better understanding of how it will work for me. But in the meantime, love it, love it. It's fun to unbox wigs, I'll tell you. Woohoo! I'm so glad you did it with me. So next time, we'll do something fun again. Thank you so much for being with me. Until next time, bye.